welcome to the State of the Schools. I'm Lisa Trail, the Communications Director for Murfreesboro City Schools, and today I'm with Dr. Trey Duke. Dr. Duke, this is your show, so let's talk about the state of our schools.
What a great state of the schools we're in right now. We are well into second semester. It's really hard to believe that we're already talking about coming up on the end of the school year, the end of the 23-24 school year. But you know, it's been a great year, and we got really excited about ending it strong.
Yeah, it's just flown by, it seems like, but we've had lots of great activities, lots of successes. So let's talk about that. Let's just start the way you start every meeting. Give me a few successes.
Yeah, that's right. So we're right now currently reviewing all of our mid-year data, well on our way to meeting our end of the year goals. Of course, we're really focused on continuing to raise our achievement in ELA, our reading, our math, our science. Really proud of that. We also want to congratulate Mr. Don Barch. Mr. Don Barch, who's currently our Assistant Superintendent of School Operations. Last year, for his last year as a principal of Overall Creek, was named the Middle Tennessee Principal of the Year. So congratulations, Mr. Barch. Really proud of him and proud of the way he represents us all so well.
He kind of snuck that in at the last minute, didn't he?
That's it. It's a great way to end your principal career.
Absolutely. And speaking of successes, I do want to mention that you are being recognized really soon as one of the top 25 superintendents to watch by the NSPRA. So that's the National School PR Association, for your work as a new superintendent of schools.
Well, great honor, and I'm really honored to represent Murfreesboro City Schools, but a lot of great things happening both behind the scenes and in front of our students every day.
What's coming up? We're really looking at instruction and testing.
Yeah, so as we come to the end of the school year, this is a really important time for classrooms, an important time for our teachers and our parents as we prepare for this end of the school year testing. Our end of the school year testing is going to happen in April, and we know that's a really important time as we not only gauge for ourselves how we did instructionally with our students, but specifically for our third grade students and our fourth grade students, we know with the current legislation around third grade retention and fourth grade promotion that these tests are very important for those students to make sure they meet those benchmarks to be able to move on to the next grade level. So we want to make sure our students are here every day, they're on time every day, so they can be well prepared as we prepare not just for the end of the school year, but identifying those students who may need some additional help or some additional supports through our summer school program as well.
Absolutely. And the grades that are being tested this year are second grade through sixth grade, is that correct?
Second grade through sixth grade are having those assessments. Again, those will start in April, but really the work doesn't happen in April. The work's been happening all year, and as we like to say, April is really the culmination of the hard work we've done all year. But right now it's kind of that crunch time. We need our students there, we need our students in school so they can make sure they get every opportunity to succeed and to learn.
Yeah, you know, one of the things I just thought about when you're talking about being in school on time every day, our attendance rates this year have been a huge success for us.
They really have. It's really been a focus for us all year is to make sure we lower our percentage of students who are chronically absent. It was one of our major priority areas, and I want to thank our parents for helping us. We know that when a child comes to school every day, we are giving them that opportunity to learn. And the hard work of our principals, the great partnerships with our families, our students have been showing up. And again, I think that's going to show not just in their attitude about school, but in the test scores that we deliver as well.
It's amazing that we're already talking about the end of this year and next year. What are we prepping for right now for next year?
So while our students are focused on ending this year strong, here at the central office, we're focused on making sure that we are ready for next year so we can start day one strong. So this is a very important time of the year, specifically as we think about registration and enrollment for next year. So beginning at the end of February through April is our time to do open zoning for families that may be interested in zone waivers. That will be opening then. So we will have 8 schools next year that will be accepting zone waivers that allow parents to choose. Maybe a certain school is better for their child than their one they're zoned to. So you can go to our website, cityschools.net, see what those 8 schools are, get that enrollment packet, sign up for that choice school so their child can attend. So that's a really important step.
Absolutely, and it actually is February 29th through April 1st. So I didn't want to say all the way through April,
That's
it's
right.
just April 1st.
And there is a deadline there, so we cannot accept zone waivers after that April 1st, so get in that information in that packet.
Absolutely, absolutely. Registration will be following right after that.
That's right, and we know the majority of our students are going to be in their same school they're in this year. And so as soon as that open zone waiver period ends April 1st. Right after that, we will start the process of re-enrollment for next year. So even if you're currently in a Murfreesboro City school, you're going to stay in that school next year. We want you in April to be looking for that re-verification process. Really a chance to go in to update your information, make sure we have your correct information. If you moved, make sure you're still in the same school and at the correct school. And that's really important for us because ultimately we want to make sure we have enough staff. We're in a very fast growing city. So we want to make sure we've hired enough teachers so that on day one, your child is ready for success.
And how are we hiring those teachers?
That's right. We are always hiring teachers. So we would encourage you to go to our website, cityschools.net. We have a job board where interested applicants can look not just for teaching positions, but educational assistant positions. Of course, we hire school nurses. We're always hiring bus drivers. We're always hiring support staff in a lot of different areas. It takes so much to run a school system beyond just the teachers and the principals that stand in front of our students every day. So we encourage you to go. We also will have information posted there about signing bonuses, and especially for hard to staff positions. Retention bonuses that we may be offering as well. So reach out to us. I also want to do a special push for maybe people that have college degrees, but it's not in teaching, but you've always wanted to teach. We have pathways for you. So if you're interested in an alternative pathway to the classroom, we most likely will be able to help you. We can help identify what that pathway is, identify what steps you need to take, and they may be relatively small, and allow you to start teaching for us next year in a classroom surrounded by really great supports to make sure that you're successful.
And I think that's the one thing we really want to talk about too, with those teachers who may not have gone through that traditional education track. We have the supports. It's not that we just put you in a classroom and you start teaching. We have the supports to make sure that you're a success.
We have instructional coaches in every building that really make sure those people are successful. Surround them with really great teammates to help successful. And then from a central office perspective, we're always checking in to make sure they have what they need. At the end of the day, we know the best thing we can do for students is to put a well-trained, supported teacher in front of them, and that's what we're going to do.
Speaking of well-trained and wonderful, wonderful educators in our system, we will be celebrating a few of those this year in our Hall of Fame. So this is our second annual Hall of Fame.
This year we are so excited to be welcoming our second class of Hall of Fame nominees, people that have really poured into the city schools and built this great system that we have today. So we're excited to welcome into the 23-24 inductees of Miss Sandra Parks, Miss Mabel Pittard, Mr. Ernest Victory, and Miss Judy Beasley Whitehall. And again, we do this Hall of Fame to make sure that our community never forgets those people that poured so much into the school system and made this city what it is today.
And I know you and I have just the wonderful experience of sitting in on this committee and listening to our community members as well as retired teachers remember and talk about these individuals, and it just brings such an enrichment to our history.
And the leaders of our city and the leaders of our businesses in the city today, many of them were impacted by these individuals. We want to always stop as we look forward to the future of Murfreesboro City to also realize, what we were made from and honor that.
Let's talk about all these great events that the students are doing this time of year.
So we have our annual music festival we do every year where we have our choirs from every school coming together in one location to do a mass choir performance. It's a great opportunity for not just our parents, but our community to come out and see our students really at their best. We're excited about that. It's going to be a great night. We're also very excited for Bradley Academy. Bradley Academy is our only arts integrated choice school in the city. So for parents who may be interested in their children attending a school that really has an emphasis on the performing arts, we would encourage you during that open enrollment time to look at Bradley Academy. This spring, you can come and watch them as they put on The Little Mermaid at Patterson Park's Washington Theater. It's going to be a great show. They've worked hard, and it's going to be really exciting.
I've seen a few glimpses of their costumes. Amazing. So that is awesome. Also, the band will be performing again back at MTSU, and that's just pulling together the music festival, and then the band gets to come up and do their show as well. So it's just so nice to see those arts in action.
Absolutely.
We also have our huge STEAM in the City event.
That's right. We love STEAM in the city. Murfreesboro City Schools is really committed to offering our students those opportunities in science, technology, engineering, and math. We currently have 9 STEM designated schools, which is the highest percentage of any district in the state of Tennessee. And we celebrate that every spring with our STEAM in the City event, where again, you can come and showcase all of our STEM schools, what they're doing, the projects they've been working on, the engineering and design projects, and really having community partners join along with us to even do some design challenges that night. It's a great event, always a lot of fun.
I think it's just one of those opportunities for people to see what's going on inside the schools that they don't get to see all the time.
That's right.
And to have those community members coming in and just participating with the students, a lot of times the adults are really standing there with questions instead of the students.
That's right. So we work really hard all year to do real world problem solving tied to our curriculum, and this is a great showcase, just like we showcase our music, just like we showcase our band, to showcase those academics
right.
as well.
We also have great robotics going on this year. It has increased twofold from last year. And so our robotics teams are competing not only locally, but regionally and hopefully in the state.
That's right. We had, of course, a large robotics competition prior to the end of first semester. We had another one early on in second semester, and then there'll be a regional competition later on this spring that, again, I feel very confident that our teams are going to do really well and hopefully get a few going on to the state competition. If you've never seen robotics in action, it really is something amazing to see the problem solving, the coding, the designing that our students are doing as young as 4th and 5th grade.
Absolutely. We also have our art shows coming up. If you're going into City Hall anytime, there is always artwork. Thanks to Mayor McFarland and you. We have artwork up and just showing just the skills of not only our students, but our art teachers as well. We will also have our big art show that's coming up in the spring as well, where there's actually competition among all of the schools. And then our students will be showcasing their talents at the Frisk.
That's right. So many great ways for us to show our community what our students are doing. So whether it's arts, performing arts, visual arts, STEM, academics, we're going to make sure our community knows what's going on.
Absolutely. One thing that we have at Murfreesboro City Schools that not every school district has is the City Schools Foundation. And so I just want to take time and allow you to take time to talk about that foundation and what it's able to do for our students and our teachers.
Absolutely. Our City Schools Foundation is a critical part of supporting the work we have here in Murfreesboro City Schools. Made up of local business owners and community leaders, their sole purpose is to raise money to give back to our schools, and specifically to give back to our teachers to make sure they have what they need to do their job every day. So every year they raise thousands of dollars, and then every year they turn around and give that money back through teacher grants. So we want to say thank you to our foundation, thank you for the work they do. And coming up is our annual Excellence in Education City Schools Foundation Dinner, a great chance for everyone to be involved and to give back and to know that their money goes to making a real difference in the lives of our students.
Yeah, this year I think the foundation will give over $100,000 back to our schools, which is just amazing and so appreciative. And I think not only is the money, it's also their just commitment to our students.
That's right, the commitment to making sure that the future of our city is strong, and that's by investing in our students today.
All right, we have really talked about a whole lot of things in a little bit of time. I mean, from robotics to job opportunities to retirements. But one thing we haven't mentioned is a new addition that's coming soon.
Okay, we are so excited to be talking about the addition to Reeves Rogers Elementary School. We're building a new 4,000 square foot administrative addition that's really going to update the building, enhance security, provide some much needed space for us to bring parents in to work with students and to have those meetings. We're thrilled about that. We're hoping to be breaking ground this summer. And so next year, as we go through Reeves Rogers, there are going to be some construction pains, but the end is very much going to be worth it. So again, great things in store for Reeves Rogers and great things in store for all of our schools as we end this year. So as we end today's talk, let me say thank you. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for supporting our teachers and for supporting public education. And as we've said, for investing into our students so our community stays strong. It's through our partnerships and our investments in our students that we can guarantee that we remain one of the top cities in the state of Tennessee. And more importantly, to ensure that all of our students are known, safe, challenged, and empowered.